Hi friends, Valerie Turner with Close to My Heart, and today I am sharing with you an additional workshop for the autumn Gnomes for All Seasons. Let's get started. When you purchase the Gnomes for All Seasons autumn kit from me, I am sharing with you the workshop instructions that we received as a consultant at convention. How fun is that? So you'll have a link and you'll be able to download all the instructions. You're going to see that I made a few minor changes to the formation of my layout, but all of the cut pieces are the same. One big difference on this layout here on the left is the completed, and I'm recreating that here on the right. One of the main differences you'll see is that I put some foam tape on some of those squares to add some dimension. You may have noticed that I used the round sponge cut in quarters, and I am inking all of the edges. It makes such a difference. Here I made a little cheat line so that I could line these up nice and easily. Once I had them lined up the way that I wanted them, I did go back and erase that line so it wasn't noticeable. You'll have all of the measurements in the workshop guide. And now I'm starting on that second row, and you see I added the 3D foam tape behind that green one just to give it that dimension, and also this one down here in the lower left hand corner. You'll also see that I inked my photo placemats because I did not put cardstock photo mats. I have just these place card holders. I intend to cut my photos down slightly and use the white border with the edge distressing, the ink distressing on the edge. And there you have this one. I'm going to grab some embellishments. These cork shapes are super fun, and a few stickers, and we will have the left side of layout 1 complete. Look at how cute this is. Oh my goodness, I just love these gnomes and how one side has the gnomes and the other side is just fall, so you get to choose. Now we are ready to start the right side of layout 1, and you saw I grabbed my ruler and drew another line down the right hand side this time so that I could line up these pieces, and I'll erase that line once I have all my pieces along the right side placed. You'll also notice that I added a little bit of 3D foam tape. I love adding just a little bit of dimension to all my layouts. So here you'll see I've inked the edges of all these pieces. I've added some foam tape behind a few of those. We're adding in some more of those cork shapes. We're pulling out our stickers. You see I put them onto my all-purpose mat because they don't stick there. That's a little trick for you. And I have my anti-static pouch that I'm removing the sticky from some of these stickers so that I can add the 3D foam tape. I did play with these stickers here for a minute trying to decide which way I wanted them to go, and we are moving on to layout number 2. Here is the left side. This is such a fun and easy layout to showcase all of the pretty papers in this kit. I just love all these fall colors, and of course the gnomes are such a fun surprise to this kit. You see I fussed for a minute on how I wanted to lay these pieces out before I adhered them down. I had one of the striped pieces that I cut wrong, so I was trying to hide it underneath. I pieced it together and I was trying to hide it so you wouldn't see the seam underneath the alphabet piece. So there are no mistakes in scrapbooking. It's just an opportunity to be a little bit more creative, right, my friends? Once I had all of my photos matted and my background pieces down, we were ready to start embellishing with this sweater weather sticker, which is super fun. And I did add some 3D foam tape to that. So I did remove the sticky and add some 3D foam tape. And then we're going to add in a couple of those cork shapes again, which you know those are adhesive on the back. I had a little bit of trouble right there with one of them. Some of these leaves, when you take the adhesive backing off, they became very brittle, those ones that had the opening in the middle. So I just grabbed a different one and used it there. It was all good. And don't forget the sticker above the photo mat. Now we are ready to start the right side of layout number 2, and I have a fun tip that I learned when I was doing this. I thought, oh, I know a way to make this easier. So I laid the pieces out how I wanted them, and I put masking tape on them, and then I was able to adhere them all down at one time. Look at how fun and easy this is. And the Close to My Heart masking tape just peels right up. It doesn't affect your paper at all. And then I noticed that I had them a little bit crooked, so I had to adjust them just a little bit, but it was still much quicker than the fussing to get them right as I did on the left side. Now we're ready to put our photo mats down, and you'll notice that the layout on the left, which was my friend Melissa, she had completed hers before I completed mine, and she made a cute little shaker there. So that gnome sticker fits our shaker thin cut and our shaker 3D foam tape and acetate for the cover. So you can make that into a shaker. I may come back and do that later on another video, but I wanted to point that out. So now we are done with layout 2, and we are ready to move on to layout number 3. This one here, we're going to do some stamping, random stamping on our background piece, and you'll also notice that I did it a little bit different. I think it called for just the sunflowers maybe, and I think Melissa did the leaves, and I decided to do all 3. So you'll see that here in just a moment. I love this stamp set with the leaves and the pumpkin and the sunflower. I just love that sunflower. So I really wanted to use all of them. So I'm just random stamping this half of the white daisy base. And I'm just using all of the different stamps there and random stamping in triangles, because you know it's more appealing to the eye when you do in triangles. So I added in the sunflower and the 2 different leaves, and look at how pretty that is when you put down the paper in the background. So fun. I think sometimes we forget to use our stamping on our layouts, and we think that stamping just belongs to cards, but look at how fun it is to make your own background paper for your layouts. That's how I started with Close to My Heart. I was making an album for my husband for Christmas, and we did a lot of horse things and four-wheeling things, and Close to My Heart at that year had some four-wheeling stamps and horse stamps, and I could purchase them and make my own background paper. Same with the alphabet stamps. I could make all my own titles for my layouts with my alphabet stamps. So now here I am just adding in the photo mats and some of the stickers, and look at how cute this is. After I got my photo mats down, I realized that I needed to add a little bit more random stamping up here with the sunflower. So you see I fussed with this a little bit to get that added in there without getting ink on to anywhere else on my layout. Next, we're going to add in the cork embellishments. Don't forget they are adhesive on the back. You'll see I fussed with how to place them here for just a minute, and then we have finished up layout number 3 on the left side. Now we are ready to start the right side of layout number 3. Again, we're going to adhere down the green piece and then the striped piece, and then we're going to do some random stamping. I brought in my left side so that I could just see how I did the 3 different stamp sets in there, the sunflowers and the 2 different leaves. And I also decided to put my photo mats there just so I could see where I was random stamping and make sure I was getting them in the visible areas and still looking like I was in the triangles and getting all three of them in there. Remember when you random stamp to go off your paper slightly and to stamp in a triangle formation. Look at how fun this is. Super, super cute. All right, and then we will be ready to add down our photo mat. Once we have the photo mats adhered down, we are ready to start embellishing the right side of layout number 3. There are the cork shapes again, as well as the pumpkin sticker, and don't forget the sticker above the photo mat on the left side as well. Super cute! I hope that you have had fun creating these layouts, and I look forward to seeing you in our next class. Happy crafting, friends!